site of the Academy National Invitational Tournament for the year 2006. We're going to give Michael a little rest here. We've got plenty of embellishment on the crowd noise here. We'll get that back up in a minute, but it's time to introduce you to the starting lineups for tonight's game. First of all, for the Kingwood Mustangs, who are the visiting team, we're in the deep blue and Columbia blue trim and white numerals and lettering. Starting five looks like this: Tremaine Johnson and Dondre Wise start off in the backcourt along the front line. Trevin Harris, Mike Singletary, and Brian Heiss will fill out the five on the floor for Coach Royce Huseman. The Norcross Blue Devils will send out this lineup: Tony Naismith and Tariq Muhammad in the backcourt. Jordan DeMercy, Ghani Lawal, and Al Farouk Aminu will round out the starting five. And Dave, these are a couple of teams that are national powerhouses. Kingwood last night saw their first defeat of the season.
Yeah, it was kind of one of these things where you think you're going to go undefeated, then you run into the buzzsaw called DeMatha. And I saw DeMatha on the opening night here, and I thought they were probably the favorite to win this whole thing. I still think they're the favorite to win this whole thing, and if there's any team that's going to beat a team as good as Kingwood, it would have been DeMatha. Still, Kingwood is really made a statement in the national picture, though.
Now, Kingwood usually has a size advantage over most of the teams they play, but against Norcross here tonight, they will not. This should be a pretty even matchup size-wise, and we'll see how that plays out on the floor.
Definitely, Norcross is tall. Lawal 6'9". Aminu 6'8", Jordan DeMercy 6'7". They're usually going to outsize every team they play.
Officials for this game are Emmanuel Bluford, Bob Ellis, and Tom Robinson. They'll be in charge of keeping the wraps on this one, and we are just about set to go. The Blue Devils from Norcross High School out of Norcross, Georgia, are out on the floor in their white uniforms and navy blue numerals and trim. And the Kingwood Mustangs now make it out onto the floor, and we're just about set to go. Ghani Lawal will tip it off against Mike Singletary. And we're about ready to go. Emmanuel Bluford is ready to toss it up. And they're in the circle, and here we go. Singletary controls the tip, but controls it to Norcross, and Tariq Muhammad has it up ahead to Jordan DeMercy, and DeMercy puts up the quick jumper, won't go, rebound off to Singletary. Up ahead he goes to Wise. Wise in the corner to Harris. Harris way back out on top to Wise, swinging around top of the arc to Singletary. Kick, but no whistle. Harris back to Singletary, down low to Heiss, back out to Singletary for three, and he hits. Mike Singletary starts things off here. You know the name, it's Mike's senior son, and he is headed for Texas Tech and starts us off with a three-pointer. Here's DeMercy with the answer for three. It's too long, though, and the rebound comes way out to Harris. Harris up ahead with the outlet intended for Singletary, but intercepted by Tony Naismith. Naismith back the other way, leaves it for DeMercy on the baseline. He goes inside to Aminu, and Aminu puts up the jumper, too long, and rebounded by Heiss. Heiss, and now up to Singletary, has the pass stolen away. Back to Ghani Lawal, who slams it home on the trailer. Tariq Muhammad left it for him, and that makes it 3-2. Wise has it right side out top to Heiss, over to Harris. Now inside they go to Singletary in the lane. Tries to fight through. It's knocked out of bounds off of Singletary. They're going to give it to Norcross. Aminu on the defense that time. Stayed in there with him. Did not draw a foul and created the turnover. So here comes Norcross back the other way. Muhammad has it, picked up by Johnson. Drives the lane, kicks it out to DeMercy. A long three, rattles, won't go. Rebound tipped up, controlled by Harris. Harris, the outlet pass intended for Johnson, and has it stolen by DeMercy, but tipped away and stolen by Heiss. Tremaine Johnson back the other way, sets it up right side, three-point line. Looks cross court. Heiss left side to Wise. Wise in low to Singletary. Left baseline. Now turns toward the hole. Tries to put up the baby hook. Won't go. And the rebound is pulled down by Lawal. Tipped away by Tremaine Johnson on the entry pass intended for Aminu. And we're going to have a timeout on the floor as the pass goes out of bounds. It will be Norcross basketball when we come back. Timeout on the floor. You're listening to the Texas Sports Radio Network.
With approved credit, 0% on select 06 models. See dealer for details.
Merry Christmas from AC Collins Ford. Get 0% for 60 months. That's right, 0% for 60 months. Plus, tremendous year-end savings. Now that's a Merry Christmas from your family at AC Collins Ford in Pasadena.
Cooking outdoor is always a unique experience for the family. Allspaw Ace Hardware in Kingwood is your outdoor cooking specialist, as seen every week on Allspaw's Cooking Show on Channel 42. Allspaw's carries a full line of Weber grills, Tejas smokers, and Bayou Classic crawfish pots.
Back ready to go again. Norcross will inbound the ball baseline out. Lonnie King, Dave Feliciano with you. Glad you joined us for the ride tonight. Lawal on the inbounds pass. Turnaround 15-footer won't go. It's short. And the rebound is taken by Aminu, and he's going to pick up a foul on Trevin Harris, I believe.
Well, some of the first things that we're seeing in this ballgame a little bit raggedy early on, and I think Kingwood's having a little bit of trouble with Norcross's defense. Norcross has forced a few turnovers and has gotten some fast break opportunities. They only got one dunk out of it, but I think things will start to settle down in just a little bit, and Norcross is going to try to throw it inside to their big men, Aminu and Lawal.
Jordan McGowan will make his way onto the floor, and he will see his first action, and Singletary will take a seat for a minute on the bench. Both free throws good by Al-Farouk Aminu. And he's got two now. 4-3 our score, just underway. Norcross has a 1-point lead. Johnson down low to Wise, left corner, back out on top. Winds up in Heiss's hands. He finds Harris right side, way out top. McGowan, left side, they go to Johnson. Back to Wise, back to McGowan. Find Harris right side. Tremaine Johnson driving the baseline. Now he's got it right side. Dribbles back to Heiss, back to Harris. A lot of passing, a lot of motion. Wise left side, out top goes to McGowan. McGowan looks right, finds Harris. They want to feed Harris down low in the blocks. Kicks it back out to Heiss from the free throw line. Jumper won't go. The rebound is tipped around and controlled by McGowan. McGowan will get it back out to Johnson. Now he tries to go inside to Heiss. Heiss almost traveled. No call, and he's looking for some help on the baseline. Finds McGowan. As Dave said, looks like the size of Norcross causing some problems inside for Kingwood. There's a long jumper. It's way short. And back the other way we go. Norcross up intended for DeMercy, and he just looked away before he caught the ball, and it goes out of bounds off his fingertips right back to Kingwood.
Well, Mike Singletary's out of the game for Kingwood. Who are you going to pass it to take the shots inside? Nobody. And Kingwood went through about a minute and a half of playing time just passing it around before they could even find a shot.
4-3. Here comes Tremaine Johnson across the timeline. Walks it up very slowly. Picked up by Muhammad. Now pick from Heiss, and he'll roll to the hole. But instead they go to McGowan, left side, down low to Harris. Back to McGowan to Wise, swinging around the right side to Johnson. Back to Harris, left side, dribbles in. Now kicking the corner to Heiss. Back to Harris, back to Wise. Way out on top, he sets it up. Heiss comes out, looks to help. Now here's an intended pass stolen away by Muhammad. He's on the run, 2-on-2. Leave it for Aminu, and he lays it off the glass for two.
Kingwood having all kinds of trouble on offense here, and Norcross really does feel it at this point.
6-3, we got a buzzer, but no stoppage of play. Not sure what that was about. Tremaine Johnson now drives right side, puts up the runner, won't go. Rebound off to Heiss, and he puts it up and in.
Yeah, Kingwood really needed that one. They had gone cold for about 3 or 4 minutes.
3:20 to go here in the first quarter. 6-5 our score. Here's Aminu again in the paint. Stop jump and puts up the short jumper, won't go. But there's going to be a foul on DeMercy.
Well, I like DeMercy a lot. He's going to be playing at Florida State. He's kind of the Bobby Jones type of player. Does a lot of the ugly stuff. Occasionally will score, but rebounds and passes well, and just kind of everywhere on the floor.
Ice will inbounds the ball to Tremaine Johnson for Kingwood, and now help him out, bring it across the timeline. Tries to find somebody, gets it to Wise. Right side angle, way out on top. He's going to dribble back out. Find high post, way out top. Goes inside to McGowan. He's in the paint. Puts it on the floor and now lays it off the glass for two. Jordan McGowan with his first bucket of the game. And that makes our score 7-6. Kingwood back out on top. Here's a missed jumper, and Wise pulls down the board. Quickly up court he comes. 3-on-2 now, pulls it back out as the numbers even out. Leave it for Heiss, top of the circle. Looks for help. Right side goes Johnson. Johnson back to Harris. Harris tries to cut down the lane, but instead goes back to Johnson. He'll cut it to the hole. Can't get it to go, and Aminu pulls down the board. Up ahead to, Tony Naismith. Naismith with a spin move, turnaround jumper won't go. And it comes off to Kingwood on the board. McGowan up to Wise. Wise finds Harris, right side angle, a three-point line. Back out top to McGowan. Finds Harris, right side again. Now he's going to drive it down low, lay it off the glass. Good move on Taylor Killian, who's in the game now.
I think Kingwood's getting a little bit more comfortable. Maybe the size of Norcross, maybe not a lot frightening at this point. You see Kingwood starting to attack the goal.
9-6 they lead now. 1:48 to go here in the first quarter of play. Long jumper from Aminu, and it's good. Just inside the three-point line, his third field goal, or second field goal, 6 points. A couple of free throws to go along with it, and it's a 9-8 game now. Minute and a half to go here in the first quarter. Wise, right side, leaves it for McGowan out on top. Harris now, left blocks, will drive it toward the middle, goes right side to Wise. Wise back out on top to Heiss. Heiss, Wise, play, pitch, and catch. Now Harris jumps out, takes it top of the circle. Inside to Heiss. Now they go right side to Harris, back out on top to Wise. Wise to Heiss, and trying to give an entry pass to McGowan, and it's tipped away. There's the size playing a part for Norcross. Muhammad brings it back up, now pulls it back out. He'll set up the offense in the half court. Aminu sets up right side angle, leave it for Lawal, way out on top. He'll go left side to Muhammad, a long three. It's no good and pulled down by Brian Heiss. Heiss will leave it for Tremaine Johnson, and 32 seconds remain on the first quarter clock as he pulls up and leaves it right side angle for DeAndre Wise. Wise back to Johnson. He'll dribble left side and set up over there. Heiss out high, trying to pull Connie Lawal with him. Now Johnson still dribbles. Comes right side, and he'll take the dribble in. Now pass it in low to Heiss. Turn around from the baseline, won't go. And the rebound is pulled down by Harris. He tries to go back up. We'll see if they're going to call that a shooting foul, but he draws a whistle on the way.
Yeah, Harris tried to make it look like he was putting up the shot, probably just a little bit too far away. And really, Kingwood looks really tight in the last couple of minutes. Norcross a little sloppy and a little lazy on defense, as Kingwood has had their way with passing the ball around and finding pretty good shots.
Aminu picks up his first personal foul. There was almost another foul. Wise on the inbound. Takes it and gets a shot off, but it won't go. And that's the end of one quarter. And our score at the end of one, Kingwood 9, Norcross 8. Back with the second quarter of action in just a moment.
With all of the accessories, wood chips for smoking and seasoning to make your cooking adventure a tasty one. You'll find what you need whenever you need it at Allspaw Ace Hardware, 2720 West Lake Houston Parkway in Kingwood. Call 281-361-ACE-1. Allspaw Ace Hardware in Kingwood. We want to exceed our customers' expectations. Searching for a new or used car, truck, or researching financing options? Call Robbins Auto Mall in Humble. No need for hype, just test drive the Nissan's Altima. The new benchmark has been set. The Titan truck, get ready to live big. Or the Quest, proud to transcend convention. The friendly professional staff is ready to make your shopping experience pleasant and hassle-free. Call 281-446-3181. Robbins Auto Mall on Highway 59 North, 1 mile south of FM 1960 in Humble. Open 24/7 at RobbinsAutomall.com. Chevys or Nissans. And remember, get it all at Robbins Auto Mall.
Back at the Campbell Center, just about set for the second quarter of action. Lonnie King, Dave Feliciano, Eric Folkers alongside. At the end of the first quarter there on the shot, Dondre Wise was fouled in the act of shooting, so as time expired, they allowed him to go to the free throw line. He made both free throws, so actually at the end of one quarter, our score is 11-8. Some balanced scoring for Kingwood in that first quarter. 3 from Singletary. Harris, McGowan, Wise, and Heiss all added 2 apiece for their 11. Al-Farouk Aminu, the big center for Norcross, accounted for 6 of the 8 Blue Devil points, and Lawal had the other bucket for 2 more. Ready to go in the second quarter. Kingwood ball. They go left to right here in the second. Into the game is Nick Logan, and he dribbles left side, back out on top to McGowan. Singletary back out on the floor. Tried to pass it to Wise and had it stripped and stolen away by Killian. Killian on his way to the hole, lays it off the glass for 2. Killian's first points of the game, and it makes our score 11-10. Wise left side, leave it for Logan. Right side angle, goes in low to Singletary. Can't find anything, kicks it back out to Wise. Way out top left side. Now he finds Singletary on the baseline. Goes cross court to Logan. Logan right side, back out on top to Wise. He'll pass it out to Singletary, who drives left baseline, lays it off the glass for 2.
Singletary got a nice long rest in that first quarter, and his team went ahead with him on the bench, and now he's back to lead them.
13-10 our score. 7 minutes to go here in the first half of action. Killian passes left side. He goes to Prince Kent, who's in the ball game now. Now they go baseline to Aminu. He can't get it to go. Tried the reversal and hit underneath the basket. Goes out of bounds off of Kingwood, and so it'll stay in possession of the Norcross Blue Devils. Substitutions. DeMercy's back on the floor. Tariq Muhammad's out there. Also in the game, Denzel Jones joins Lawal and Aminu out there. 5 on the floor for the Blue Devils. Now there's a whistle on the inbounds. Lawal had it in the paint, but let's see what the call is. They're going to call Kingwood for a foul. It's going to be on Jordan McGowan, his first personal foul, and that's the second team foul on the Mustangs.
Well, Lowell just got fouled again. He's the type of player that he can put up a lot of big numbers, but sometimes he disappears for stretches during the game. He's leading the tournament in scoring at this point, averaging 24 points, 11.5 boards a game, but sometimes he gets them real quiet.
Yeah, we saw that in the first game of this tournament on Thursday for him. He had a stretch where he was just the he couldn't buy, especially a free throw in the second half, but then came up big for him in the overtime. And they defeated the Rice Raiders that day 60-53. Hits the first free throw. One more to come. That foul, by the way, was on Trevin Harris, his second personal foul. Makes them both, and now our score 13-12. 6:38 to go, and a kicked ball on the inbounds pass, kicked by Norcross. Aminu kicks it, and Singletary will inbound it all over again. Looks for help, pressure in the full court, and they break it. Singletary, though, stolen away by Lawal. Lawal back the other way quickly. He'll pull up and pop from 15. Won't go, and the rebound tipped by Singletary, controlled by Logan. Here comes Kingwood. Logan up ahead to Wise. Wise right side, drives a baseline. Reversal won't go, and he will draw the foul.
I think where Kingwood has the advantage in this game is they're a little bit more disciplined of a team. Norcross probably has better talent on the floor, but a little shaky sometimes coming down on offense. They put up a lot of shots they don't really need to. And Kingwood is content to pass it around and look for a really good shot. Much more disciplined of a team.
DeAndre Wise with the free throws hits the first one. Ghani Lawal was charged with his first personal foul to send Wise to the line. He's got one more free throw to come, and it's no good. That's his first miss from the line. 3 of 4 now, and our score is 14-12 Kingwood. Back the other way, Lawal in the post. Kicks it out to Muhammad. Out on top to Aminu, who's going to pop from 15 and hits. Al-Farouk Aminu showing a little athleticism there. The jumper goes. His 8th point. Now here's Singletary on the baseline, drives it in, can't get it to go. Rebound tip, controlled though by, that is Nick James, who's on the floor now, but loses it up to DeMercy for Norcross, and Aminu on the run is going to be called for the offensive foul. DeAndre Wise stepped in front of him and drew the charge.
Aminu's one of those players, he can have those moments too where he can have just a spectacular stretch of play, and then he'll make a few mistakes here or there as well. He's content firing it up from the outside as much as from the inside. They're going to take Aminu out at this point.
You wonder if his coach is happy with him pulling up and popping from way outside like that. I guess they're used to it, and he looks like he doesn't hesitate and isn't shy about doing it, so they must be aware of that. Here comes Wise back the other way, right side, leads it for Heiss out top. Finds Singletary way out top. Back to Heiss, right side angle, looks for help, finds Logan left side. He'll drive it down now, kick it in with the bounce pass to Singletary. Finds Heiss. Now in the corner they go to James. He puts up the 3, won't go. Rebound controlled by Naismith and elbows his way out of there and brings it up himself. He's trying to go coast to coast now, leave it on the baseline for Lawal. And they can't make the connection, goes out of bounds. Back over to the Mustangs.
Yeah, Norcross a little bit frustrated at this point. We've been stuck on 14 for a little bit of a while here.
Here's an interception on the inbounds pass. That is Denzel Jones, and he runs it up and passes it off to Tariq Muhammad for the bucket, his first points of the game. And now 16-14, Norcross is taking a 2-point lead. Here's Logan, he's bringing it up, pressured by Denzel Jones. Started to say Washington, Denzel Washington. It's Wise with the ball left side. Heiss out on top, finds James right side angle, and now DeMercy is going to be called for trying to fight through a screen, and he will draw the personal foul, and that will be, I believe, his second personal.
Let's see if they take DeMercy out. If anybody's going to foul out first, it's going to be him. Nobody plays harder than he does on the floor.
4:36 to go here in the second quarter. Eddie Martin up off the bench. He is going to send Naismith to the bench. He may have some blood.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Prince Kent is going to come back out and replace him. But DeMercy will stay on the floor right now. Side out. James for Kingwood will inbound the ball. He gets it to Logan. Logan finds Wise out top. Now he finds Singletary left side. They go to James in the corner. James will dribble back out, looks for help, finds Heiss way out on top. Wise right side angle, look for the cutter, couldn't find him, and now back to Singletary. Now they have Heiss in the paint, turn around, short jumper won't go, and the rebound pulled down by Norcross. Here comes Muhammad on the run, right side, he'll pull it up outside the arc. Finds Kent in the corner, and he tried to feed it inside to Lawal, and let's see, we've got a whistle.
Well, pick your number of players who that foul is going to be on, because 4 guys were around Lawal, quadruple team. The only other player I've seen quadruple team in this tournament is Gary Johnson of Aldine.
Yeah. Well, the officials picked Heiss. Brian Heiss picks up his first personal foul. Here's a jumper from Lawal. It won't go. James with the board and has it knocked out of bounds by DeMercy. There's that hustle again you mentioned. DeMercy tried to get a hand in there to steal it away, knocks it out of bounds instead. We got a timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. Back with more at tsrnsports.com.
Ervig the Belligerent on the dark ages of banking.
Ever since the dawn of banking, long before Capital One, we've known that listening to customers is no way to run a bank. You have to let customers know who's boss. Throw them in the vault once in a while. Now do you think our fees are fair and just?
Oh yes, very fair and just. It is my privilege to bank here.
Louder, or I'll bring out the on-hold music again.
Your fees are fair and just.
Oh, simpler times were those.
Introducing No Hassle Banking from Capital One. We're bringing banking out of the dark ages with extended hours and completely free checking. We're even staying open 7 days a week.
What's in your wallet?
Back at the Campbell Center in Houston, Texas, Lonnie King, Dave Feliciano along for the ride with you on this one. And on the inbounds pass, stripped away by Kingwood from the Norcross Blue Devils, and they will come back left to right up the floor on the steal. Logan has it right side, back out, cross-court pass to Singletary. Singletary dribbles down, leave it for Andre Wise, and the shot rolls off and comes down to DeMercy. He gets it up ahead to Muhammad. Muhammad goes right corner to Jones. Jones puts up the long-range jumper, won't fall. Kent with the follow on the rebound, and he travels before he gets the shot off.
You're getting the feeling, Lonnie, this is going to be a scrappy game all the way down to the wire. Probably not very high scoring and probably pretty close the rest of the way. I don't see either team getting a real advantage in terms of momentum.
Wise dribbles it up across the timeline. Finds James, left side angle, who finds Singletary out at top. They go in low to Heiss. He's in the paint. Turnaround jumper won't go. Bodies fall everywhere. No fouls called. Here comes Muhammad the other way. He'll dribble it to the left side. Leave it at the free throw line for Lawal. He tries to drive right side. Won't go. Follows his own shot and takes it up and in. And they'll count the bucket. And he'll go to the line.
And there's those spots of brilliance for Lawal. We hadn't heard from him in a couple of minutes, and then he grabs a tough rebound, gets his own rebound again, and goes up strong to draw the foul.
He will go to the line to try and make an old-fashioned three-point play here. Andre Wise is going to sit down. Tremaine Johnson back on the floor. Trevin Harris out there. Singletary, Heiss, and Logan round out the five on the floor for the Kingwood Mustangs. A Wall at the line. Tariq Muhammad, Denzel Jones, Jordan DeMercy, and Tony Naismith, the five on the floor for Norcross. The free throw is good for Lawal. That gives him 5 in the quarter, 7 for the first half here. And now a 5-point lead for Norcross, 19-14. Kingwood has scored just 3 points here in the second quarter, a field goal and a free throw. Here's a pass inside to Singletary. Turnaround won't go. Follows his own shot. Can't get it to go, but he's hammered in the process, and he will go to the line to shoot 2.
Well, two types of big men down there. You got Lawal, 6'9", and thin. Then you got a thick one like Mike Singletary at 6'5". It's sort of the Barkley mode, undersized for a big man in the grand scheme of things, but he plays hard, and he's in there mixing it up with guys 4 or 5 inches bigger than him.
Lawal picks up his second personal foul on that play, and Singletary at the line hits his first free throw. It gives him 6 points here in the first half. He is the leading scorer for the Mustangs. One more free throw to come. Trying to cut this down to a 3-point deficit, and it's good. 19-16 is our score. 2:33 to go here, first half of play from the Academy National Invitational Tournament. Third place game in the National Division, Norcross, Georgia. Norcross High School Blue Devils against the Kingwood High School Mustangs. There's a pass to Tariq Muhammad on the baseline, dribbles back out, finds Aminu on the baseline now. Goes inside to Lawal, back to Aminu, tries to put up the runner off glass, and the bank is open for him.
Aminu handled the ball 3 separate times during that possession. It was eventually going to score, I'd hope.
10 points now. First one to double figures in the game, and Aminu owns that honor. Here's Harris, left side angle, picked up by DeMercy. Way across court he goes to Tremaine Johnson. Johnson marked by Muhammad. Now he goes inside to Harris. Harris on the baseline, looks cross court to Logan. Logan thought about a three, but pulls it out as DeMercy picked him up. Clock rolls, 1:37 to go here in the first half. Logan dribbles to the middle of the floor, leave it right side for Johnson. Johnson now will dribble down, picked up by Muhammad, pulls it back out. Still looking for help. A lot of standing around right now. Here's Harris. He dribbles, passes left side to Logan. Back to Harris. He'll take it down the lane and gets to go with the scoop.
Strange offensive set for Kingwood that time. No one really moved the entire time, and finally they just found an opening.
Here's Aminu, looked at a three, now instead goes inside to Lawal, and he can't get it to go. It's swatted away, but the follow from Naismith, and there's a whistle. Two-shot foul coming up. Tremaine Johnson picks up his first.
Two different types of offenses. Norcross will bring it down, maybe pass it 2 or 3 times, then take a shot. Kingwood will bring it down, they'll pass it around about 15 times before they find an opening to take a shot. But on the scoreboard, fairly close though, 22-18.
Naismith with 2 free throws, hits them both. His first points of the game, and we've got exactly a minute to go here in the first half. 23-18 is our score. 15-7, Norcross has outscored Kingwood here in the second quarter. Tremaine Johnson has it left side, almost has it stolen, does have it stolen away by Aminu. He's got a free lane to the hole and slams it home with the two-handed slam dunk.
Just as good as taking the last shot of the half. A free basket for Norcross.
And you can just see him laying back, and Tremaine Johnson was kind of lulled to sleep and tried that cross-court pass. Now he has it again way out on top, dribbles in on DeMercy, and he kicks the ball on the bounce pass. DeMercy was off to the races the other way, but the whistle stopped the action, and it'll stay in possession of Kingwood. Prince Kent will come back out onto the floor. They're going to get Lawal a rest right here before halftime.
You can't throw cross-court passes on Norcross. There's no way. They're way too quick out on top.
The size and the quickness, yep, it's just almost going to be impossible for him. Here's Kingwood. They'll take it down under 10 seconds. Now down to 7, 6. Clock rolls. Johnson has it right side. Now he tries to go long cross-court pass to Logan and threw it behind him. And that'll be a turnover out of bounds back to Norcross. 1.2 left on the first half clock, so not much time here. We'll see if they try to get off a shot. Naismith to inbounds. He goes down low to Aminu. He'll get it off for 3. Won't go. And that's the end of the first half. So our score at halftime, the Norcross Blue Devils 25, the Kingwood Mustangs 18. Back with halftime on the Texas Sports Radio Network.
Completely free checking account has no monthly service charge. $50 deposit required to open. Customer purchases check.